EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington football team. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They begin with a quick throw out left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
On the carry.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On second down, it's Drake. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Drake, the ball carrier.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he hits Drake. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
4 yards.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw on second and 6, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7. Washington,
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 22. He'll look to throw right away. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
To Terry McLaurin.
That goes for a gain of 31.
31 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Cardinals' 42-yard line.
Second and 5 now. Haskins steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, here's Love. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Washington.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Try the toss play to Love. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Going to give it to Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
His throw incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
The stop made by
Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
It's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Cardinals 17. Washington.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Haskins. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That catch good for only a couple.
27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun now from Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
At the 47-yard line.
Murray now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. It's complete to Drake. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And able to find Kirk, complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, it's Love. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
On second down, here's Haskins. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Well, good luck, offenses. You've got to identify where Isaiah Simmons is going to play on every snap, and sometimes he's going to rush the passer. But how about that play? Back in the secondary, getting an interception, and we saw that ability at Clemson. Sometimes he played as a pure safety and came off the hash in two deep coverage and made those types of plays. Isaiah Simmons is going to show up everywhere.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Murray forced out to his left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The kick is
and this one through the uprights and good.
Cardinals 17, Washington 16.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 52.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now it's Haskins. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 8 coming up. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. On 1st down, Drake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the 2nd half of the season. Utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down. It's Drake.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Andy Lee now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
For Antonio Gibson.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To throw again, Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running right is Love. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They run with the former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Haskins on 1st down. The throw taken in by Sims.
Haskins.
7 yards, the pickup there.
To Steven Sims.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Second down and goal. Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Complete to
Logan Thomas there to make the grab. And Washington has taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Love. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
From the gun on third down. Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Washington.
They'll run on first down. Love. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Play action. Haskins. Thomas has got it. Complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Murray again. And he hits Drake. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
1st and 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Dancing to his left. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
2-yard line.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And oh no, everybody on that sideline holding their breath as Kyler Murray is slow to get up here. We'll check on his status when we get back. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Arizona. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. It's complete to Drake. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
For a Cardinal.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Cards, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and
Thank you.